Yorkton's a great curling community, but I'll tell you what, so Sherwood Park, Alberta. We're going there now where the mixed doubles Super Series kicks off with event 1. And Jennifer Jones and Brent Laing join us from that beautiful Alberta community here on the opening day. Hey, guys, welcome to the RP Show. Good to have you. Hey, tell me all about this kickoff event for the mixed doubles Super Series and what folks are going to see this weekend.
Well, I think all the best teams in the world are here, or most of them for sure. It's just a tremendous field and great ice conditions, great facility, and the Super Series is unbelievable. It's really trying to get mixed doubles, some great events heading into all of our big events in the spring.
Well, yeah, and Brent, yeah, exactly. Well, listen, mixed doubles jumped into our purview at the Olympics, of course, and a lot of us looked at us and said, whoa, this is awesome. The speed, obviously the competition. Just talk about, it's not your normal curling event. For those that don't know, guys, explain what they're going to see.
Yeah, well, I have to explain this to all my golf buddies regularly, so hopefully I'm good at it. But it's a faster paced game. There's more rocks in play. There's only 2 players. Everybody's astonished when I tell them I throw and then I get up and sweep my own rock. They can't really picture that, so I guess you got to come check it out live to figure that out. But it is fast paced, super aggressive. The game takes like 75 minutes instead of 2.5 hours, and just nonstop action is what it is.
Jennifer, what do you like about it?
I get to play with my husband. It's kind of great, but no, it's just, as everybody knows, I love an aggressive game. I love lots of rocks in play. I think that's what curling was meant to be. And mixed doubles encourages that. There's already rocks behind the button when you start the end. One miss and you're in trouble. And so it really is an aggressive style, lots of strategy, lots of thinking, really entertaining for the fans. And I think that's why it's really, really been enjoyable by a lot of fans, and it's gaining momentum.
Yeah, well, if you don't mind, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea just to talk about where the concept came from. I told you it was 2 Olympics ago that it was certainly debuted in the Olympics. Where did the idea come from? Because I'm all for speeding it up. I'm all for what they've done here. Whose idea was it?
I think it was Hugh Milliken that came up with it. Like, it started in the Continental Cup way back. They were looking for another format. They experimented with a bunch of things there, and he was a bit of a mad scientist. He's had some, well, Jen will agree with me, some terrible ideas, and we could say that he's a good friend of ours, but he's had some great ideas, and I think he was involved in it, and and it was also Warren Hansen. He wanted to get another curling discipline in the Olympics. They knew they needed more sports in the Olympics, and other sports have multiple disciplines within that same sport, so why not curling? And I think that's kind of where it started. It would have been Warren. I think I spoke out of turn and give him Hugh credit. He's in Australia and probably not watching, so I think it was Warren Hansen.
I'm not sure, but yeah.
Well, good for Warren, Canadian curling legend. And I'm looking at the events: Sherwood Park, Chilliwack, Moose Jaw, Fort Rouge in Winnipeg, Oakville, Halifax, but you're kicking it off in Sherwood Park. So can you talk about the tour and how this is going to go? You guys are going to be very busy here.
We are going to be busy, and I'm also playing women's, so it's a busy schedule, but we're doing what we love to do. And what's amazing about the Super Series is that they've really tried to include the whole country. So there's one out in BC, and then we have a couple of central with BC, Manitoba, one out east in Halifax, and then one in Ontario, or I guess a couple in Ontario. So it's great. It's spread across the country. It's going to allow all the teams to have access to it, and to really try to grow the sport in Canada and get the fans to understand, because it truly is a great game. And I don't know what I'd choose, mixed doubles or 4-person. They're both just so fun to play.
At some point, do you think you're going to have to?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Hopefully. I think it would be better for the sport of mixed doubles if there were some more kind of full-timers, but there needs to be a full-time tour, and that's what, Jay Allen and Wayne Tuck, who came up with this Super Series concept. I think that's their vision long term, is to have a full mixed doubles tour, and then it would just be impossible to play both. You might have still people play a couple of events here and there, maybe even enter into their provincials to get to nationals and still do really well, because at the end of the day it's still curling. A guy like Brad Goosh, who doesn't play a lot, but the first time he played at Canadians he won, and he's still good at curling, it turns out. So it's always going to be, hopefully, including, we want the biggest names, but we want some big names that are just in mixed doubles too, I think.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. It's a little strange to not see you in brown and yellow or red and white. What's it like not representing a region in these events?
You don't really feel any different when you're out there. You're still representing your club and all the people that support you. And so just because you're not wearing the colors doesn't mean your heart's still not there. So it's just about playing in the big events, and we feel very lucky throughout our careers. We've got to play in quite a few events.
What are the fans saying, by the way? What are they saying about this event, those that are watching it live? I'm sure they're raving about it, but what are some of the comments that you hear the most?
I think it's just the nonstop action. You know, I didn't realize how fast-paced the game would be in this game every end. And it doesn't matter when you miss that shot. Could be the first one, second, third, fourth, or fifth. And all of a sudden there's a 3, 4, 5 hanging on the board. And the other thing we see a lot in mixed doubles that you don't see as much in four-person because of the format and the rules is there's more comebacks. You know, you get down 3 or 4 early. In a regular game, you know, you're kind of out there for a bit of a light skate the rest of the game, especially if you're up against a strong opponent. In mixed doubles, it's really hard to defend. It's, you know, you kind of got to keep your foot on the gas, and that's fun to watch.
Well, especially for an adrenaline speed junkie like me. I'm sure your arm's tired, Brent. I will let you guys go.
Sure.
Thanks for the time, and good luck this weekend and along the way.
Right on. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much. And for anybody who hasn't watched mixed doubles, I encourage you to watch and then go and play because it's so much fun and it's a great way to get on the curling ice.
I'm going to tell them how right now. Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate it. Jennifer Jones and Brent Laing. And so, Mixed Double Super Series gets rolling in Sherwood Park this weekend. Go to mdsuperseries.com. MD as in mixed doubles, mdsuperseries.com. And you can watch the live stream, look at the draw, all the events right there, and check it out for yourself.